Jax Taylor has given a shocking sobriety update. He also revealed that he regularly takes drug tests. Fans were shocked to hear all of this, especially because of what he had to say when he got out of rehab in the Valley. This has been a difficult time for Jax. However, he wants to show people that he is truly trying to change for the better. There is a lot to uncover and unfold when it comes to this. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Brittany Cartwright struggling with a lot. Brittany Cartwright has been struggling with a lot in the Valley. Fans are currently getting to see that Brittany decided that she was going to divorce Jax. Also, she is navigating being a single mother and having to pay all of the bills. This is not an easy adjustment for her. However, she is trying her best for herself and Cruz. She decided before Jax got out of rehab that she was going to file for divorce. She realized that they had too many issues and there was no coming back from it. Her friends were supportive and thought this was the best thing for her and her son. Jax Taylor gets out of rehab to divorce. Jax Taylor was in rehab. However, he claims it was for his anger issues, not his drinking or drug problem. Regardless, when he got out, he was moving into his new place, and Tom Schwartz was helping him. However, something he least expected happened. Jax was served with divorce papers. He could not make out what any of it meant, and Tom had to help him process it all. This is not what he thought was going to happen that day. However, he does agree that it was for the best. He did not want Cruz to grow up with his parents fighting all the time. He gives a shocking sobriety update. Takes drug tests. Jax Taylor was on Watch What Happens Live with Tom Schwartz. Andy Cohen asked him to give an update on how long he had been sober. His answer shocked everyone. Jax revealed that he was sober for 201 days. However, he also revealed some more shocking news. I have my therapist drug test me. When I go into therapy, it was kind of the deal. I don't have to do that legally, but I said, you know what? I want to be held accountable. Brittany has drug tests at the house, so she can drug test me anytime you want. While Jax is doing great things like this, he is also still not accepting a lot of things. He does not think he has a drinking or drug problem. Instead, he thinks his problem is his anger issues and ego. While fans think this is also true, they think a lot of his problems could be the bad things he was doing. People want to believe that Jax has changed. However, only time will tell. Will he fall back into his old ways? It seems as though Jax Taylor is trying to be a better person. Fans are shocked to hear that he is voluntarily taking drug tests so that he holds himself accountable. This gives fans hope that he will become a better person and father to Cruz. He has gone through a lot. However, viewers think he is a narcissist and normally do not believe a word he says. What do you think about this situation? Are you shocked? Jax does this? It's a name that once echoed through West Hollywood bars and Bravo marathons alike. Jax Taylor. Vanderpump Rules resident bad boy and chaos king. But these days, the former SUR bartender isn't downing tequila shots or stirring up poolside drama. Instead, he's peeing in a cup and talking about sobriety. In a twist few fans saw coming, Jax Taylor has taken to social media and podcast interviews to reveal a deeply personal and shocking update about his journey to sobriety, one that includes regular drug testing and a surprising admission about how close he came to losing everything. I had to get real, or I'd lose it all. The transformation didn't happen overnight. Over the years, Jax's history with partying, lying, cheating, and self-sabotage became so central to his DVUR persona that many assumed it was just who he was. But now, Jax is admitting that what viewers saw was only the tip of the iceberg. I was spiraling. Jax shared on a recent episode of his podcast, When Reality Hits. I looked fine. I joked around, but I wasn't okay. I was drinking every day. I was numbing. I was lost. The wake-up call. My marriage was hanging by a thread. My son didn't know it, but I wasn't present. Not really. That scared me more than anything. He says it wasn't a DUI, an intervention, or even Bravo's decision to part ways with him that changed him. It was looking at his son Cruz and realizing he wanted to be someone that little boy could admire. Taking sobriety seriously. In January of this year, Jax says he made a private decision to get clean, not just from alcohol, but from what he calls any numbing agent I leaned on. He quietly enrolled in a sober coaching program, hired a therapist, and committed to drug testing every month. At first, it was for accountability. I didn't trust myself, so I needed something to prove to Brittany and to myself that I was staying clean. But what began as a tool for trust became a badge of honor. Jax even posted one of his negative drug test results to his Instagram story recently, writing, "Another clean test. 182 days. Didn't think I'd make it a week. Let's go." The response from fans was overwhelming, some supportive, others skeptical. One fan commented, "This is the same guy who cheated 47 times and got blackout on Tuesday mornings. I'll believe it when we hit a year." Another wrote, "Proud of you, Jax. Keep going. Redemption stories matter." Brittany's role. She was done with excuses. According to Jax, Brittany Cartwright, his estranged wife and mother of his child, played a huge role in pushing him towards sobriety, even as the couple struggled in their relationship. She told me straight up, "I'm not sticking around for version 1.0 of you anymore. Be a man or be gone." Their separation earlier this year was a wake-up call. Living apart, Jax said, forced him to see how much of his chaos wasn't just about partying. It was rooted in fear, insecurity, and avoidance. "I had to learn how to sit with my emotions, and that's brutal when you're used to escaping them." As for reconciliation, Jax says they're talking more and supporting each other in new ways, but nothing is official. "This isn't about winning her back," he explained. "It's about becoming someone who doesn't lose her in the first place." Sobriety in the spotlight. Choosing sobriety is hard enough, but choosing it under the glare of the public eye, especially with Bravo fans watching and judging every step, is something Jax doesn't take lightly. "People love to wait for you to mess up," he admitted. "But honestly, that pressure helps me. If I mess up, everyone knows. That keeps me straight." Jax says he's fielding offers for a sobriety-centered docuseries, something raw and unscripted that shows his ups and downs, with no glamorization. No filters. Just real recovery. "I think people need to see that from someone like me." Co-parenting while clean, being sober has changed the way Jax approaches fatherhood, and it's become his primary motivation for staying clean. "Before, I was in the room, but not in the moment. I'd play with Cruz, but my brain was foggy. I was hungover. I was distracted. Now, I wake up early. I'm making breakfast. I'm reading bedtime stories. I'm actually there." Jax says he's even started taking Cruz to his weekly therapy appointments, so he sees that emotions are safe, and men cry too. What about the Valley cast? On the Valley, Bravo's spin-off that followed Jax, Brittany, and other VPR alums into suburban parenthood and drama. Jax's sobriety will reportedly become a major storyline next season. "Let's just say not everyone is supportive," a production source teased. "Some people doubt the sincerity. Others are dealing with their own issues, and Jax's changes force them to look in the mirror." Kristen Doubt, in particular, has been openly supportive. "People love to tear Jax down," she said on her podcast. "But I've known him for 15 years. If he says he's doing the work, I believe him. I've seen the change." Others, like Tom Sandoval and James Kennedy, remain skeptical. "Let's see where he's at in 6 months," James posted cryptically after Jax's sobriety post went viral. Redemption tour or publicity stunt? Cynics will say Jax is using sobriety for relevance, especially after a long time out of the Bravo spotlight. But those close to him insist this isn't a stunt, it's survival. "I don't care if people believe me or not," Jax said in a closing statement on his podcast. "This isn't for likes. This is for my life." He admits he's messed up in more ways than one, and he's not asking for a clean slate, just a shot at a better story. I was the villain for so long, he said. Maybe now I get to be something else. Maybe not the hero, but at least the guy who tried. And with every clean test, every honest moment, every decision to stay in the present instead of running, sound off in the comments below.